welcome to a GreenManVideo. I'm Matt. So this is probably one of my favourite times of the year. This is when we get to the Worldwide Developers Conference in San Francisco, which is happening on Monday, the 6th of June. And so this is usually when Apple announce new products, and it's very often when they announce the new iPhone, although this year it's not really looking like they will do. But we'll talk about that more later on. So this isn't just one of many events. There's one in January, which seems to be now the iPad event, because the original iPad was launched in January 2010, and of course September is usually when Apple, releases a whole new lineup of iPods. Except for last year, they didn't actually update the iPod Classic for some reason. Maybe they were going to drop it, but it turned out somebody emailed Steve Jobs and he said they had no plans to do it. So that, September is usually when they do something with iPods, January the iPad, and summer is usually the iPhone, but it might not be that this year. So the Worldwide Developers Conference 2011, this happens every summer. So one thing they've got this year is an app for your iPhone and your iPad, and it's a guide to the events. I don't know what it can actually give you, what information it gives you, but that's a new thing that they've done this year. Right, that works. Right, so June 6th to the 10th in San Francisco, Moscow and West, the usual place. And they always put a big Apple logo on the building outside. And so the conference is on the first day, the 6th, the Monday, and probably going to be led by Steve Jobs, because it usually isn't. Even though he's not actually working at the company at the moment, he is going to. I'm sure he will do it. He did it in January. I'm sure he's the best one to talk about the new, releases of products. So we've seen this picture on various websites. Somebody's obviously taken the picture, and it shows basically what the whole week's going to be about, and especially the conference on Monday. It's going to be about Mac OS Lion, the new version. So the current one is Snow Leopard. Before that it was Leopard, and then before that it was Tiger, I think. Also iOS 5, the mobile operating system, and this cloud in the silver here. It's going to be some cloud-based thing, like a replacement for Mobile Me, the current offering they had. Before that it was .Mac. The new iPhone, they have a new iPhone. The current one is the iPhone 4, and they've only just put on sale the iPhone 4 White. So it's unlikely they'll just bring a new version out now, because they're going to have the problem with people who just bought a white one. And also people are saying it might be in September, or it might just go to next year and have the iPhone 4 running for 2 years. So maybe. And if there is an iPhone released, that it's going to be either called probably something like the 4S, or they might just go to 5. But it's likely, from what I've read and heard, it's likely they'll just release a new one which is slightly different, maybe a little bit slimmer, maybe a better camera. It's not going to be a major improvement. It's not going to be like a whole new design. But then I have heard rumours that the new design could be that it's going back to the old classic iPods and things, where it's all metal and everything. The current one is glass, and they've changed the antennas because they made this new antenna, a whole new thing where the antennas are around the edge, and you will have heard of things in the news about how the new iPhone 4 has dropping calls and things. So it could be a whole new design, but I don't think people don't reckon it's going to be. So the big thing everybody is talking about, and has been on the radio and news and whatever, is this new cloud server thing they're going to do, which is basically getting rid of the thing that you have to store all your music and films and stuff on your actual device, and the way you connect through the internet to access it on a big whole data center, which has got millions and millions of hard drives in it, and so it means you can just have as much storage almost as you want, and store as much as you want, and have it wherever you want it on any device. So there's also that's another shot of the iCloud logo, so we know this is definite. It's going to be called the iCloud because this is at the place where the event's happening and they've been putting these posters up. It's called iCloud. So, and there's also these like login page that I found on macrumors.com, which shows like the user interface of it. And I think I read it'll be about $25 a year, I think. So that would be about £15, I think, something like that. But the thing I've read about today is Time Capsule, which is basically Apple's external hard drive device, which I think is you can get in 2 and 3 gigabytes. I'm not sure actually. It's quite expensive, but people, well, what I've read on Mac Rumors this morning is they're gonna have a new one, and it's gonna like this could be the iCloud in a way, but so there's another shot of it. That's what it looks like. It's just a small little device like the old Apple TV, but Apple did build a little building. Say a little, it's absolutely enormous building in North Carolina. Well, they've been doing it the last few years building this, and I read one thing saying that Apple paid one family like I don't know, it was millions and millions of dollars just for a small little house. They paid loads just for this small little piece of land, which they built this massive data center on, which is probably what the iCloud is going to be using. Because if you think about it, if this is going to replace everybody's flash memory or the hard drives in their iPods, their iPads, their iPhones, their Macs, you're going to need an enormous amount of storage for basically almost the world's, songs, films, books, whatever you've got on your computer. So yeah, the iCloud, that's what it's called basically. And question mark, there could be a surprise thing launched, a new product or a new service, something that nobody's even thought about. So it's a very short video. Yeah, I've not had a lot of time to plan this, but the Apple Worldwide Developers Conference 2011 happening on Monday. There's no like GreenMan Live thing. I've not really had time to sort that out, but I will have something like that very soon. And any like ideas or anything would be great. Send them to GreenManVideos@yahoo.com. And that's 10 AM in on the west coast of America, PDT time. I don't know what that is really, but 6 PM here in the UK. If you want to, go on any rumour sites, so Apple Insider, Mac Rumors, Engadget, and also Twitter. Many of the big news techie companies are do updates by Twitter, and I'm sure you'll be able to find out what's going on anyway. So whatever will be happening, I'll be watching, finding out what's Apple's going to talk about on release, and I'm sure whatever it be will be great. So there you go, the WWDC conference, where they're going to announce some amazing stuff. Thanks very much for watching this video. See ya.